You ready to apologise to me about when I was the other day when we Saka?
See, I told you.
Right, the origins of the argument was we did a video on AFTV. On DR. We did a video.
You back your guy.
Who's the better player?
Saka or Rashford?
Saka or Rashford. Of course, I went Saka. He went Rashford. Yeah. But I think we were reminded again over the last two England games how good this kid is. Let me start with you, Toby. You like Saka?
You're not giving him no rest, boy. You're not giving him no rest, boy. Jeez. No, but Toby, you're a good football man. You can decide.
Toby's a football man. Toby's a football man. He's a baller.
No, he is, but yeah, he plays for Arsenal. He's a baller.
Is he world class?
Nah, he's not world class. Yeah. He's not world class.
He's on his way to being world class.
I think he's on the trajectory to being a world class player, but I feel like he still needs to prove himself at the highest level over a prolonged period of time.
Well, I think the last couple of years, I think last year, him and Emil Smith-Rowe carried Arsenal. They were brilliant, right? This year again, he's got double figures in goals, double figures in assists. You saw the game. And I think, by the way, him and Harry Kane seem to have a very good relationship because
they do.
You saw the game yesterday. Great assist for Harry Kane's first goal, brilliant second goal. But what I like about this kid is he's so consistent. He's like that is
the only thing stopping Saka being world class now, which isn't even his fault, is sample size. Arsenal haven't been in the Champions League since he's been there. So when we get to next year, we want to see those Champions League performances. The sample size increased, so he got to a major tournament again because we had to allow the sample size to grow. So he went to a major tournament, smashed it out of the ballpark, ticked that off. What are you going to be like at the upper end? Top of the Premier League, challenging for a league, producing week in, week out, so we can tick that box. So it's about sample size. It's about when you get to Champions League, can we see it? And also go again in the Premier League and keep putting up these numbers. The same reason why I don't say Marcus Rashford is world class. He's in world class form right now, and Marcus Rashford is playing world class football right now, and he's brilliant. But you don't get to do that and then go back to what he did last season and then the season before that. You don't. Basically, world-class players can't do this.
I agree.
You can't be like.
No, but he was brilliant last season.
Rashford.
Oh, you're about Rashford.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So Saka is building a strong case now to where you can get the stamp out like you're at the post office or going in immigration control. Go boom, boom, world class. He's nearly there. Because of the level he's performing.
I still think he's a bit away, to be fair. But he's proven that he's a quality player right now. I think the thing that is putting him into that realm now where people are looking at him as like a potentially a world-class player is the fact that
ready to admit he's better than Kulusevski.
What was that a thing?
I plead the fifth.
Was that a thing?
That was a thing, yeah.
When did you say that?
So we had a
None
big
of your business, innit?
You said that? When? Even last year when Kulusevski come and done alright, what? He was better than Saka?
Alright.
Yeah, he done nice. He was alright. He done nice.
You have Anthony at your club and you're talking to him about
alright. He's really fit. It's the fourth time he's brought up Anthony now. It's really hurt him.
Yeah, because he sucks. He sucks. But with Saka, I think the thing that's putting him in that bracket now is obviously this is two tournaments now where he's impressed for England. I think
the character he showed. Remember, he missed that penalty, right?
Yeah.
You know what? This is another thing I like.
And he was good in the whole Euros.
He was great in the Euros, but he missed that penalty, right? But he came back at Arsenal because he's the penalty taker. He hasn't missed one.
Yeah, and even the penalty in the Europa League.
And then another thing I like about him is that every single time I hear a player talk about him, no matter what club they're from. So you see all the players in the England side, whether it be Harry Kane, whether it be I heard what's his name? Madison yesterday talking about him.
Luke Shaw does it. Luke Shaw says he's Luke Shaw.
They all
love him.
This kid, man, we love his character.
Do you know what it is with Saka?
He hates that.
For me, right.
This love session is ridiculous, man.
Everyone has different.
It's true, though.
He's the nation's darling, man. He ain't Harry Kane anymore, mate. The new nation's darling, I can say, is Saka.
Why are you so like bolshy today?
It is. I'm not bolshy.
I actually don't care. Let him be the new nation's darling. I don't care.
It was Rashford for a bit. He done the kids, everything, and now it's moved on to Saka.
Do you know what it is?
Was you going to say that?
For me, everyone has different things that they need to see before they can put someone at a certain level. And I don't know if you can remember when we did our Come in Peace, there was a conversation about, and this was back in November, it was just before the World Cup, about if I remember Drifty saying Arsenal had no world-class players, right? And I said at the time, yeah, that's the way it's deemed now. But maybe Liverpool, before you won the Champions League or the league, people might have said the same. Once a group of players
They
win a trophy, right? And if you look at Arsenal this season, there's key players that you will say have contributed a lot. Odegaard,
Saka.
probably Saliba, Saka. Right? Between they might be.
He's been the best player.
They might. I mean, there's signing-wise, Zinchenko is great. Trossard's been amazing coming in, but Saka is one that consistently all season, I would say, has been your player. That when you need him to step up, he steps up. Right now, if you win the league, there's a shout he might be your player of the season. There's probably also a shout that he might, if you win the league, go on and maybe he'll definitely be in the running for probably Premier League player of the season.
not even young.
He's
Premier
also
League,
doing
yeah.
it. Yeah, exactly. Oh, well, and young. He might be in both, right?
Yeah.
Then you've got to look at what he's doing at international. So you put a Premier League trophy with that, and for me, I think then, because that's what you've
What
got to
more could
remember.
he
When
have
you look at Foden,
Yeah, but-
and by the way, if you look at Foden, this season, for me, Saka's been better than Foden. Of
course he has.
But,
Clear.
yeah. But
Last
when
season
you
he was
look
better
at
too.
it, the fact that Foden has 4 Premier League trophies, 4 League Cups, 1 FA Cup.
Yeah, but because he
but
plays-
to you,
yeah, it's crazy.
To you,
Because he's at a
I
ready-made
get
team.
that, because we look at a player and go, no, we don't always need. Matt Letizia was unreal. He didn't win much, right?
Yeah.
But people will look at it and go, until you get a trophy, you've never.
But that-
Yeah, but Harry Kane is considered world class and he ain't won nothing because he's just
But it's all
consistent.
relevant. All of it is relevant.
He can
what
get
I'm
the
saying.
stamp of approval of being world-class.
The thing is, team achievements should not be used to measure an individual.
Yeah. Exactly.
But I think your contribution to team achievements
Yes.
is a good measurement. And when you look at Bukayo Saka this season, he's been Arsenal's
You
best
can't
player.
talk to him. Yeah,
He's
you
been
can't
Arsenal's best player, and he's probably one alongside Haaland and Odegaard.
Yeah.
And he's one of the front runners for
agreed,
PFA
agreed.
Player of the Year, Young Player of the Year. So, but I just feel like for me, world class is a standard.
Yeah.
Right. When you look at the wingers in world football that have been world class, what have they been doing year in, year out? They're scoring goals. They're impacting games at the highest level. They're deciding games consistently for their club. I think Bukayo Saka has, in the last 2 seasons, has now added goals to his game. This season,
Remember, he's
added
only
more.
21.
Yeah, I agree.
His trajectory is of a
It's high,
world-class
exactly.
trajectory.
So the way
sure.
the way he's going, he's a threat outside of scoring, and now he's added goals.
And just going back to the Tottenham thing, it is the way
It
you
needs
guys,
time.
you know what I mean, even though I don't want you to, but it is the way probably Tottenham need to go, because remember, Saka's come through the academy, you know what I mean? And it's there is a big thing for that sometimes when you bring through players, I mean, Harry Kane, your best player, has come through your academy, you know? I mean, we all chase that shiny player.
Yeah.
Rashford has come through your academy. Foden has come through your academy. You know what I mean? So there needs to be more put on that, because you know these are players that will come through.
There's certain games where you need them as
fight
well.
for the badge.
Yeah. I can tell you now.
You know, if Harry Kane was any other player apart from a player who'd come through the academy, he'd have gone a long
Of course he
time.
would.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have had any
Let's be
affiliation
real.
with Tottenham, would
Yeah,
he?
he would have left ages ago. Right?
But there is a thing where when you're when we play Liverpool or when we play Man United, I want to see Foden on that pitch, right? Because he gets it.